slipper fits! State championship, beating Lunenburg 3-2! On the backhander, that's 1-0 Greenfield. Here's one, and it slams it home. Aaron Landry is going to go all the way to the house. Division 3A state championship, beating Lunenburg 3-2, and then mugging Riley Grove.
Hello and welcome to Frontier Community Access Television. My name is Maddie Leone, joined by Amelia Sobieski. Today is Frontier Boys Senior Night against Greenfield Greenwave. Frontier is 5-1 and Greenfield is 1-2. It's really cold on the field.
Oh yeah, the wind's really going.
Something we're not used to. It looks like play is about to begin. Number 24 for Greenfield. Passing it back over to Blanchard. Blanchard now. Heading up the field with Papasoy.
They're really using the baseline to their advantage right off the bat.
Really are. Looks like now we're going to see a kick in from Greenfield. Passing it back. Heading up the sidelines, and it looks like that'll be out of bounds.
Looks like it'll be Frontier ball.
Pettinato now. Back to Greenfield. Greenfield being chased by C-Card.
Strong kick up the middle by Frontier. Looks like it'll be hands. The goalie kicks it up.
Really kicks it upfield. And that'll be out of bounds on Greenfield. Frontier David Pettinato, number 13, gonna take that kick in. Slideski now for Frontier. Nice passing to Datar. Datar intended for Martin, taken by Greenfield.
Greenfield takes control of it in the middle. Doing a really good job moving it to the outsides.
Oh. Trip up. Birch now.
Really good kick to the outside to Tuttle.
Tuttle headed towards Greenfield end, going down the sidelines. Up now
Good
to
kick
Finch.
right in front.
Finch trips twice. And that'll be out of bounds on Greenfield.
Well, looks like it'll be Greenfield ball.
Tuttle now. Over to Birch. Birch passing it back to Bright. Bright back to Pettinato. Over to Slideski. Slideski to Datar. Datar down the field. Taken by Greenfield. Across the center for Frontier. Martin now. Back to Bright. Bright. Up.
Oh, Greenfield gets a hold of it.
Finch now. Finch up to Birch, taken by Greenfield. Datar now, looking for an open Frontier player. To Bright. Bright with a pass up to Finch. Finch over to Tuttle. Tuttle headed for the goal, and it goes over the goal box.
That was really good movement up the side. They're doing a really good job passing it through the middle and getting it up to the sideline. Creates really good movement. And they're using the sideline to their advantage really well.
Looks like Greenfield's goalie, Carballo, with a kick from the edge of the goal box. Nice long pass upfield to number 2, Reggiano. And it looks like that'll be out of bounds, and Tuttle will take it in for Frontier. Tuttle now with a pass up, intended for Martin. Taken by Zakara. Zakara now. Up to Papasoy. Papasoy and Slideski. headed towards the corner. Nice tackle by Sledesky. And it looks like
That'll be Greenfield ball.
it's going to be a corner kick, and that'll be taken by Ruggiano for Greenfield. Ruggiano now with a nice corner kick.
Looks like Sadesky got a hold of that. He was able to disrupt the movement in the middle. They got it up the field.
And it's kicked back down by Duncan. Boscalupa.
Looks like
And
Tuttle
Tuttle.
got a hold of that.
Total now with Ruggiano. Now with Niles. Niles passing it back to Bright. Bright up to Tuttle. And it looks like that'll be out of bounds on Greenfield. Frontier, actually. And Lavoine with a kick in.
A good move by number 10 on Greenfield. Gets it passed up the middle.
Zakara now. And Birch. Zakara keeping it going. Over to Ruggiano. Ruggiano and Pettinato headed down the field. Getting physical. Ruggiano crossing over to the other side of the field. Stopped by Dodie Smith. Almost out.
Looks like
They-
Frontier gets a hold of the ball. Bring it up the middle.
That's Martin. Martin now passing it down the center. Taken by
Greenfield.
Romero. Romero almost into the goal box, and it's stopped by senior goalie Aiden Hernandez for Frontier. Birch now. Up to Niles. Niles over to Seacard. Seacard to Bright. Bright to Martin. Martin now back towards Bright and to Tuttle, but it'll be out of bounds on Frontier. Looks like number 13, Matt Lavoine, will take that for Greenfield. Nice kick to 18, Blanchard. Tuttle now to Niles. Niles in the center. Niles shoots for the goal, but it goes wide. And Carballo, the goalie, will take that kick.
The Frontier's getting a lot of good opportunities. It seems like Greenfield's having a little bit of a hard time getting it near the goal, but I'm sure that'll change soon.
And both teams are playing pretty aggressive games right now.
Which always makes it more fun.
Really does. All right. Carballo now in the corner of the goalie box. The solid pass upfield taken by Birch. Birch over to Martin. Martin up to Finch.
Looks like Greenfield. Good defense by Greenfield player number 10. Romero.
And looks like Tuttle for Frontier. We'll take that kick in. Lavoine now, taken by Finch, out on Frontier. And it looks like Lavoine will also take that kick in for Greenfield. Lavoine now with a pass up to Boscalupo. Over to Duncan. Duncan up to Zakara. Zakara and Tuttle now. Birch. Birch headed for the goal box. Kicked out by Duncan. Martin now with the ball. And Zakara.
Oh, he gets it back.
Martin up to Tuttle.
Oh,
Ooh. And that'll be off of Romero. Tuttle
really
now.
good stop by Greenfield. It was almost a wide open shot.
Tuttle now making that out of bounds kick. Niles. Stopped by Zakara. Bright now facing off against Ruggiano.
Looks like he's tried to bring it up the sideline, but it was stopped by Greenfield number 2. Ruggiano.
Bright now. Trying to still bring it up that sideline. Same with Tuttle. Looks like he's
Oh,
gonna
it's perfect.
try to pass it up to Finch. Finch is down. And that'll be out of bounds on Frontier.
Be Greenfield ball. Looks like number 13, Lavoie, will take it out. Looks like there's a sub for Greenfield.
That's number 19, Jason Smith, in for number 14, Alex Boscalupo. Bakari now with the ball to Lavoine. Lavoine taken by Blanchard. Daytar now and Sledesky. That ball upfield. Smith up to Sledesky.
Great kick up the sideline. No one was really there.
Out of bounds on Greenfield, taken by Sledesky over to Daytar. Daytar over to Pettinato. Pettinato trying to go back up that sideline. Passes up to Bright. Bright to Daytar. Daytar up to Bright again. Right up to Tuttle. Tuttle headed up that sideline.
Great kick up to Finch.
Finch now. Looks like it's getting a little physical between Finch and Romero. Tuttle now. Nice kick in. Center of the goal box. Kicked out by Duncan. Martin.
Tries to get a hold of it.
Birch tries to kick it into the goal. Stopped by Carballo.
Yeah, Frontier's defense doing a really good job kicking it side to side, trying to get it across field. That sometimes can be really essential to getting it across the field.
Looks like now a corner kick is going to be taken by Frontier's Matt Seacard. Nice corner kick by him. Stopped by Greenfield's goalie. Goalie now towards the edge of the goal box. The long pass. Ooh. And number 2, Ruggiano.
Looks like they're okay.
Hits Sledesky.
That was a pretty hard hit.
Looks like both of them are okay. Doesn't look like the ref is too happy about that. And Frontier will get that free kick. Sledesky, intended for Martin. Zakara now, passing it back to Blanchard. Out of bounds on Greenfield. Looks like Daytar's going to take that. Daytar to Sledesky. Sledesky to Bright.
Like they're passing it back, trying to get it up the sideline again.
Pettinato to Sledesky. Sledesky to Daytar. Daytar up that other sideline to Niles. Niles now to Birch. Taken by Blanchard. That'll be out of bounds on Greenfield. Daytar now taking that kick, passing it back to Sledesky. Sledesky back to Pettinato. Pettinato over to Tuttle. Tuttle up that sideline.
Gets past 2 defenders.
That is almost out of bounds. He passes over to the center to Jack
Martin.
Martin now. Over to Birch. Birch to Finch. Finch over to Martin.
Middle.
Martin shoots.
That was a little off, but that was
off.
a really good opportunity for Frontier, and they're gonna keep getting those opportunities.
Greenfield trying to recoup on their defense. They've barely made it into the Frontier end.
Yeah, Frontier's really putting their defense together in this game.
Nice corner kick by Tuttle, stopped by Duncan. Tuttle now to Finch. Finch to Bright. Bright stopped by Blanchard. Over to Seacard. Stopped by Duncan. Bright now with the ball. Over to Tuttle. Tuttle over to Niles. That'll be stopped.
Another good opportunity by Frontier. They're really close.
Looks like they're going to try and keep up this aggressiveness until they can get a goal and get that edge over Greenfield.
which they're really close to doing, so.
Greenfield now in their end with Zakara and Tuttle.
Nice slide tackle by Greenfield, but Frontier keeps a hold of it.
Ruggiano now taking it. Finch has got it. Finch up. Almost stopped by Duncan, and that'll be taken again by Greenfield's keeper, Carballo. Carballo with a very long pass, almost to the other end of the field. That'll be out of bounds, and Patinato will take that. And it looks like Frontier is going to try to make a few substitutions. Greenfield just did. They put in 14 Alex Boscalupo in for Ruggiano. Number 10 now fighting off Tanner Finch. Finch heading back up that sideline. Out of bounds on Greenfield. Taken in by Finch. Substitutions for Frontier. Patrick Boyden and Dwight Balk in for Devin Niles and Matt Seacard.
Looks like Greenfield only has one sub.
It's going to be interesting.
Might take a toll on them in the second half, but we'll have to see.
Tuttle now up that sideline again. Barely keeping it from going out of bounds. Lavoine on him. And that'll go out of bounds, and looks like the goalie again for Greenfield, Carballo, taking that. The edge of the goalie box.
It's definitely cold out today.
Super windy. Nice kick by Carballo. That'll be taken by Patinato. Patinato to Tuttle.
Tuttle takes one down.
Looks like Zakara for Greenfield will take that. Birch now on him. Zakara over to Boscalupo. Zakara now. And that'll be out of bounds, and he was tripped up a little bit there by number 13, Patinato. Boscalupo now with that kick in. Over to Martin.
Martin stops the kick. It's really good defense.
Finch now. Heading upfield with Balk.
Oh,
Balk almost collides with
goalie got a hold of it.
Greenfield's goalie.
Greenfield goalie has really good stops in this first half.
Solid punt by him. Up to Patinato. Patinato, and that'll be out of bounds on him. Alrighty, Patinato with that kick in. Sledesky now upfield. To Balk, to Finch. Finch
it
now.
looks like he's getting a pass some defenders.
And that'll be out of bounds on Greenfield. Number 9, Finch will take that in for Frontier. Finch
Right to the middle.
trying to get it to Martin. Martin with a nice shot, but stopped
He was
by
wide
Carballo.
open.
This is going to be one tough game for both teams. Patinato now, receiving that ball from Carballo. Up to Bright. Bright over to Datar. Datar. And towards the middle. Taken by Bakari for Greenfield. Over to Boscalupo. Sledesky. Long pass. Over to Blanchard, and that'll be out of bounds.
Yeah, even though it's been on Greenfield's end most of the time, the defense is doing a really good job keeping it out of the goal.
Frontier still trying to get that lead. Finch now, headed towards the goalie box. Passes it over to Tuttle.
Oh,
Ooh, and that'll be taken by number 10, Romero, for Greenfield.
really good defense there. Yeah, Frontier's moving really fast up the sidelines, but it's looking like Greenfield defense is keeping up with them.
Alrighty, Tuttle now with a corner kick for Frontier. Tuttle.
Strong kick to the middle. It's taken by Greenfield goalie.
Long pass upfield over to Daytart. Taken by Smith and Sledesky. Sledesky back up to Birch. Birch and Smith now. Birch to Martin. Martin crossing over now to Tuttle. Tuttle still on that sideline with
Barely
Bakare.
out of bounds.
Crossing over, trying to get to Boyden. Smith now running away with that. Bright.
Taking it up the middle. Strong pass to Finch in the middle.
Ooh, Finch is tripped up.
Oh, he's not too happy about that.
No.
Play's still going.
Bakare
Still
now
going.
for Greenfield. To Birch. Birch to Tuttle. Tuttle to Martin and Finch. Finch now. And Blanchard. Over to Lavoine.
Tried to kick it out to Tuttle, but it was stopped by Greenfield defense.
Bright now. Taken by Bakare. And Zakara. Zakara over to Boscolupo. Sledesky getting it away from Greenfield's offense, kicking it almost to the middle. Tuttle will take that. Tuttle intended for Finch out of bounds. It looks like that will be the end of the quarter. Players will get a mask break and a water break, and we'll be right back.
Financial support for FCAT sports coverage provided by Attorney Daniel F. Graves. If you need legal help, call Daniel Graves today at 773-8706. He is also Deerfield's current town moderator. Cheslick's Market. Great lunch specials, sandwiches, baked goods, and homemade meals. Right next to the Common in South Deerfield. Gilmore and Farrell Insurance, Berniston Road, Greenfield. Your trusted choice for personal and commercial insurance. 413-773-3686. Attorney Leah M. Phillips, 22 Mohawk Trail, Greenfield. Your go-to lawyer for all your legal services. Learn more at www.lphillipslaw.com.
Welcome back to second quarter of Frontier versus Greenfield boys soccer. This is senior night for Frontier. Score is still 0-0. Both teams playing a pretty aggressive game. Again, I'm Maddie Leone, joined again by Amelia Sobieski.
Yeah, the first quarter the ball was mostly on Greenfield's half. Didn't look like they got it down to Frontier's goal at all, but you know that may change. But the offense has mostly been dominated by Frontier.
Finch now fighting off Lavoine for that ball. Bright now gonna take that kick for Frontier.
Oh, right to the middle.
Ooh,
Great defense by Greenfield.
the high kick from Dodie Smith. Boyden now. Kick in. Taken by Sledesky and Birch.
Gets by one defender with the second one. Got a hold of it out of bounds by Greenfield. Looks like it'll be Frontier ball.
Yep, and looks like Patrick Boyden is going to take that again. Nope, it looks like it was out on Frontier. So Dodie Smith will take that
Looks
for
like it was
Greenfield. Nice kick in. Passing it back to Romero. Right now in Zakara for that ball. Bakare trying to get that ball before it goes out of bounds. Bakare to Zakara. Bakare now.
Kicks it.
Almost out of bounds and taken by Frontier goalkeeper Aiden Hernandez. Hernandez now. Long punt upfield to Finch. And that'll go out of bounds on Frontier. Lavoine, 13. We'll take that. Lavoine to Bakare. Bakare to Blanchard to Duncan. Greenfield now. Taken by Dwight. And that'll go out of bounds. On from Greenfield, I believe. Both teams again with that aggressive style of play. Frontier being just a little bit more aggressive and keeping it in Greenfield's end. But still, no score in the second quarter.
Yeah, Frontier, even though Frontier is really dominating on the offense, doing a really good job pushing the ball up strong on the sidelines, they're not getting in the goal.
Corner kick now by Patrick Boyden. Boyden straight for the middle. Kept out by Lavoine. Bright now. And Finch trying to kick it in. Bakari for Greenfield trying to keep it from going out of bounds, going down that sideline. Hart now. Passing it to Zakara. Zakara up to Ruggiano. To Petinato now for Frontier. Petinato taken by Bosco Lupo. Ruggiano. Ooh. Taken by Bright. Back to Ruggiano. He'll pass it back to Romero.
Oh,
Martin now, headed towards the center. He's tripped up by Romero. And that'll be a free kick for Frontier.
that was really good Frontier defense that last play. He stopped it twice.
Right now up the middle. Intended for Martin. Taken by Duncan. Sledesky.
Punts it up the side to Greenfield.
Bakari now. And Hart for Frontier. Zakara now. And Martin. Zakara. Crossing over. Down to the other sideline. That'll be out of bounds on Frontier. And it looks like Sledesky will be taking that kick in. Nice kick in by Sledesky. That'll be out of bounds.
It was off of Greenfield. Looks like it'll be a Frontier ball again. Sledesky will take it out again.
He's going to try to keep it on the sidelines, it looks like. Yep. Right up the sideline, taken by Greenfield. Greenfield now.
Looks like Frontier goalie Aiden Hernandez will take hold of that.
He's going to throw it upfield. Bright now. Take it, pass it back.
To the outside. Looks like he meant it for Petinato, but he was a little back.
Out of bounds. All of these out of bounds are going to be kicks, not throw-ins because of COVID. Bakari now for Greenfield. Looking for an open player. He kicks it right to Zakara.
Really short pass, but really effective in that situation.
Zakara getting tripped up between two Frontier players, Martin and Hart. Romero now passing it back to the goalie. Goalie pass upfield. Birch takes it to Hart. Hart up the sidelines, and that'll be out of bounds.
Looks like it'll still be Frontier ball.
Bright now, crossing it over to Boyden. Boyden now up to Martin. Taken by Dodie Smith. Martin getting tripped up there. Looks like that'll be a free kick for Frontier. Bright will take that.
Again, it's mostly staying on Frontier's offensive side.
Nice kick
Over
by
the goal.
Bright, and that goes way out of bounds. Carballo now for Greenfield, headed towards the edge of the goalie box. Looks like he's going to try and make a long pass downfield to try and get it into Frontier's end, so Greenfield can try and score. We'll see. Nice pass by Carballo. Carballo taken by Poposoy. Taken by Hart. Bacare to Ruggiano. Ruggiano out of bounds.
Tries to pass it upside to Bacare.
Bacare now to Lavoine. Lavoine to Ruggiano.
Oh, he takes it up the middle past a couple defenders, but
Bright now taking that.
really good stop by Bright.
Taken by Lavoine. Back to the Frontier end. Lavoine passing it to Zakara. Zakara trying to get past Birch.
Birch did a really good job keeping him in front of him.
Ooh. Zakara now down.
Coach is not happy about that.
Finch trying to get to the goal box, stopped by Duncan. Looks like that might be out of bounds on Greenfield. And Hart for Frontier will take that. Substitutions now for Frontier. We see Patinato and Martin coming off the field.
Hart
Nice.
kicks it to
Ooh.
Finch, who's down again.
He again is very not happy about that. Knocked down by Bacare.
Looks like Greenfield goalie will pick it up. Carballo. Right to the middle. Great kick.
Taken by Bright. Daytar now. Taken by Tuttle. Back to Daytar. Up to Birch. Birch to Hart. Hart up the sidelines to Finch. Taken by Romero, and that'll be out of bounds on Greenfield. Finch will take that kick. Finch now. Kick into Hart. Back.
Oh.
That'll be out of bounds
A
on
little bit
Frontier.
to the right of Finch. That's a good idea.
Lavoine now. Passing to Bacare. Bacare across. Taken by Boyden. And Ruggiano kicked it down. Papasoy. Headed towards the Frontier goal.
Greenfield has an opportunity, but there's only 3 people back.
And that'll be out of bounds on Frontier, and substitution for Greenfield.
Looks like he's trying to move players around. Greenfield coach.
But it looks like there were too many people on the field at that time with Blanchard entering.
Looks like there's a little substitution error.
Sledesky now gonna take that kick in for Frontier. Sledesky over to Balk, taken by.
Oh, they're still playing, but I think the ref stopped the game. Oh,
Ooh.
they're stopped now.
The refs are gonna confer. See what's gonna happen. Stop the time. Time has been stopped. And we're gonna see what happened. Frontier now, with this, also looking to make some substitutions. It looks like Niles, Seacard, Valderrama, and Raj Bali are getting ready. Nice kick in by Sledesky. Still in Frontier's end. Tuttle getting it out of there. Taken by Zakara, passing back to Lavoine. Lavoine taken by Finch.
Finch tries to take it up the right of the field, pass it to Hart.
Hart now in Lavoine. Back to Birch. Birch up to Tuttle.
Right past the Tuttle.
Tuttle now and Ruggiano, and that'll be out of bounds on Greenfield. Alrighty, substitutions now. We see Hart, Finch, Boyden, and Birch coming off the field for Frontier, and Boscalupo is coming out for Greenfield, and Blanchard is going in. Valderrama over to Datar. Datar to Bright. Bright over to Raj Bali. Raj Bali to Storm. Raj Bali and Dodie Smith now. Kicked by Niles. Still on the sidelines. Papasoy to Zakara. Zakara heading towards Frontier space.
Zakara, great kick up. It looks like Frontier goalie Aiden Hernandez will take a hold of it.
Nice long punt by Hernandez. That'll be taken by Zakara. Then to Dodie Smith. Dodie Smith to Raj Bali. Up now. Over to Tuttle. Back to Dodie Smith. Zakara. Ooh. Ooh. Looks like there was a collision on the field. In case you didn't hear. Valderrama and Zakara.
Took him out a little.
Don't mind the wind. It's really windy.
I wonder how these players on the bench are doing. They have to go in pretty cold.
Zakara now, setting up for a nice kick. Zakara, nice kick in, and it looks like it's gonna go.
Oh, looks like the wind took it a little bit.
It looks like that was went through the field goal. So nice kick. If it wasn't for the wind, maybe would have gone in.
Closer.
Sledesky now to Datar. Datar to Valderrama. Valderrama back to Datar. Up, take by Balk and Lavoine. Tuttle now. Now to Balk. Balk and Tuttle working together. Looks like Tuttle and Datar will take that free kick. Datar now up to Dodie Smith. Tendered for Raj Bali.
Looks like there's a little physical. Looks like it'll be Frontier. This ball.
Sledesky now gonna take that kick for Frontier. Nice kicking by him, almost right down the center. Taken by Raj Bali to Bright. Bright off a Greenfield player. Now down the sidelines. Bright will stop that. Over to Raj Bali, and that'll be out of bounds on Frontier, taken in by Greenfield's Dodie Smith. Substitution again. We have Boscalupo going in, and Jason Smith being taken out. Frontier again has that advantage with many subs being able to be made. Romero now.
Looks like Greenfield's doing okay with a 1 sub.
Down to Zakara. Zakara up to Sledesky. Sledesky over to Valderrama. Valderrama to Datar. Datar to Bright to Valderrama. Back to Datar. Datar up to Tuttle.
That's great
Tuttle.
ball movement Frontier defenders just had.
Niles now in the circle to Bright. Bright gonna cross it over to the sidelines to Raj Bali. That'll be out of bounds on Greenfield. Raj Bali now to that kick into C-Card. C-Card over, taken by Greenfield. Dodie Smith. Dodie Smith taken by Bright up to Valderrama. Valderrama, and that'll be off of Greenfield's Lavoine. Valderrama for Frontier. Gonna take that kick in to Tuttle. Tuttle. Almost out of bounds on Frontier. Again. Out of bounds on Greenfield. Tuttle with a nice crossover to Bright. Bright now. Passes it back to Storm. Storm to Tuttle. Tuttle the C-Card. C-Card gonna try and take it up the middle. Duncan now to Zakara for Greenfield. Zakara now to Bakare.
Looks like we'll go out of bounds.
On Greenfield.
Frontier ball.
Both teams now.
There's only about 3 minutes left in the half, so we'll see if either team can get it in the goal, or if it'll be 0-0 second half.
Out of bounds on Tuttle. Lavoine taking that in for Greenfield. Substitution. Jason Smith in for Keegan Dodie Smith. Lavoine kick in to Ruggiano. Ruggiano chased down by Valderrama. Stopped by Datar. Still has the ball though. That'll be
a little bit of physical. Coach is questioning that.
both teams have been pretty physical this match.
That'll be Greenfield ball back again.
I'll go up. Papasoy will take that. It looks like he's going to make a run for the goal. Datar looks like he's not going to let that happen.
He says no.
Ooh, and it looks like that. There's too much physical interaction coming from Datar. Zakara for Greenfield. Gonna take a kick in for Greenfield.
There's some confusion on the field.
Ruggiano now. Gonna make still some confusion on the field. Ref going over now to talk to Dante Ruggiano. Confusion about what penalty is happening and where the ball is supposed to be. Alrighty. Looks like that has been fixed. Ruggiano making a kick.
Oh.
Stopped by Bright out of the goal box, and that'll be out of bounds. Clock is stopped at 2 minutes.
So Greenfield just had a lot of great chances. It seems like it's getting more on their offensive end this second quarter of the game.
Valderrama now to Balk. Balk up to Niles. Niles trying to kick it in, but kicked out by Duncan. Valderrama gonna take that kick in for Frontier. Niles now. Trying to
kick towards the goal, but it's a little to the left.
nice shot though. Looks like we got just less than 2 minutes now. Carballo now, Greenfield's goalkeeper. Long pass downfield by him. Romero and Raj Bali gonna take that. Romero now headed down the sidelines.
Looks like Bright will take a handle of that. Just fighting for it. Yeah, it looks like he. Oh,
Romero now and Papasoy. Bright and Papasoy getting a little physical. And that'll be on Frontier. Greenfield will take that.
looks like Greenfield has an opportunity right here if they can get it in the right position.
Both teams hustling, trying to not waste any time on the clock.
And they're not sure what time because the big clock stops running at 2 minutes, so they're really just going as fast as they can.
Ooh,
Over.
that was way over the goal.
Looks like it's up.
Looks like it's halftime. The score is still 0-0 for both Greenfield and Frontier. Both teams are going to take a break, and we'll see you soon.
Financial support for FCAT sports coverage provided by attorney Daniel F. Graves. If you need legal help, call Daniel Graves today at 773-8706. He is also Deerfield's current town moderator. Cheslick's Market. Great lunch specials, sandwiches, baked goods, and homemade meals. Right next to the Common in South Deerfield. Gilmore and Farrell Insurance, Bernardston Road, Greenfield. Your trusted choice for personal and commercial insurance. 413-773-3686. Attorney Leah M. Phillips, 22 Mohawk Trail, Greenfield. Your go-to lawyer for all your legal services. Learn more at www.lphillipslaw.com.
Welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm Maddie Leone, joined by Amelia Sobieski. We just finished halftime at the boys varsity soccer game, Frontier versus Greenfield. The score is still 0-0 as we're coming into this second half. Both teams, though, playing very aggressively. It's been an exciting game to watch. It's still very cold on the field and very windy.
At least the sun's out this half. It was not the first half.
No. It's making it a little warmer for both us and the players. In goal for Greenfield, we have Alex Carballo. And in goal for Frontier, we have Aiden Hernandez.
There was a lot of Frontier dominating the first half. But Greenfield did get a few good opportunities. It was mostly dominated by Frontier. But they just couldn't get in that goal.
Nope, Finch now getting ready to start play. Both teams setting up. Alrighty, play has started. Finch to Bright. Bright now, Petinato. Petinato, Sledesky. Sledesky downfield. The Tuttle. Taken by Dodie Smith. Bobasoy now.
Sledesky kicks it up to the left side.
C-card to Ruggiano. Ruggiano to Datar. And that'll be out of bounds. Datar now kicking it in to C-card. C-card. Ooh.
Greenfield player took a fall.
Romero now taken by Datar. And that'll be out on Greenfield. Datar will again take that.
Has it right to the middle to number 6 Frontier.
Finch now. Over to Tuttle. Tuttle with a nice kick. Goes wide. Carballo now. Bringing the ball up to the edge of the goal box. Ooh, it is really windy. Carballo now. Long pass downfield.
Looks like Sledesky is going to take a hold of it.
Sledesky to Birch. Birch over.
Right down the middle to Finch.
Finch now. Up. Trying to get it to C-card. Niles takes it. Niles to C-card. C-card over to the middle. Birch.
Oh,
Birch to
really
Niles.
good. Oh.
Ooh, nice shot by Niles, but it looks like it was too wide.
About 2 feet above the goal. See
Carballo.
if Frontier can do it again.
Carballo now. Kick in.
A strong kick to the middle.
Bright taking it. Bright. Niles almost. 19. Smith now. Took it. Duncan. Duncan headed towards the Frontier goal. Sledesky trying to stop him. Duncan off of his own player. Now. Smith. And that'll be out of bounds. Smith will take that into the center line. Smith was subbed for Zakara. Boscolupo now. To Finch. And Zakara taking it. Finch now. And Niles. Niles
Deflected by Greenfield.
out of bounds. C-card will take that. C-card to Martin. C-card now.
Bascalupa deflects it once again.
C-card. Gonna take that kick in. Frontier now being more aggressive than we saw them in the first half, trying to get that goal.
Yeah, I think they know they're right there. There's
Datar
finish.
to C-card. C-card over to Datar. Datar through the legs of Zakara.
Greenfield player down.
Looks like Romero for Greenfield is going to take that. Actually, the goalie. Goalie now. Long kick. Downfield. Bright off of Reggiano. Bright to Birch. Birch now. Over to Tuttle to the sideline. Tuttle back to Pettinato. Up to Birch. Birch up to Tuttle. Lavoine taking that. Tuttle now. That'll be out of bounds.
Looks like it'll still be Frontier ball.
Brady Birch.
Yeah, Frontier this whole game is doing a really good job keeping pressure up.
Out of bounds again. Looks like that'll be out on Greenfield as well. Tuttle. Looks like that's going to be a corner kick for Frontier. They're really going to try and score here.
See, Martin's cutting to the middle from the outside, trying to sneak into the middle.
Birch. Blocked by 3 Greenfield defenders. Martin still in the middle. Knocked down.
Kicked out by Greenfield.
Looks like another corner kick for Frontier. Tuttle now. Getting set up. Nice kick by him. Almost in goal. Blocked by Greenfield. Greenfield will kick it down the middle. Daytar will take it. Pass it over to
Outside
Tuttle. Finch. Almost,
Oh, wow, great save.
almost a goal by Finch. Stopped by Greenfield.
Frontier is right there.
And out of bounds on Greenfield. Daytar will take that. Pass it up to Birch. Birch over to Zakara. Zakara to Bakare. Bakare. Taken by Bright. Bright over to Birch. Birch taken by Romero for Greenfield. Romero now headed down the field. Tripped up by Birch.
Looks like it'll stay Greenfield ball. Takes it at the 50-yard line.
Romero now. Long pass downfield. Looks like that's also going to go out of bounds. Taken by Frontier's Daytar. Daytar now. Pass into Bright. Bright all the way downfield. Romero.
Looks like Tuttle tried to grab a hold of it, but
Romero still got a hold of it. Romero now.
still fighting on the sideline for that ball. Looks like he loses it.
Birch now to Martin. Martin in the center of the field. Passing it up to Niles.
Strong kick up the middle.
Niles to Seacard. Hopefully we'll see. Stopped by Greenfield. Niles. And Seacard. Seacard now looking to make a goal.
Send it to the middle. Oh,
Oh.
wow.
That'll be a field goal for Frontier. Not a goal though. Duncan now.
Some great opportunities the Frontier offense is creating.
Greenfield defense though. Always right there to stop
Oh,
them.
yeah. Definitely. You got to give props to Greenfield defense. Really holding their own.
Carballo now. Taken by Birch. Birch now, and then Duncan. Duncan over to Romero. Duncan taking it down the sideline. Duncan still continuing up the sideline. Over to Hernandez, and Hernandez will take that for Frontier. Long punt by him, and that'll be taken by Birch. Zakara now for Greenfield. Facing off against Pettinato. They're going down the sideline.
Really pushing up the side.
Both teams really seem to do that. Push it down either sideline and try to cross over to the middle. Looks like that'll be a corner kick.
Looks like there's a sub for Greenfield as well.
Boscolupo is out. Jason Smith is in. Looks like Dante Ruggiano, number 2 for Greenfield, will take the corner kick. Giano now. Stopped by Datar. Back upfield. Finch will take that. Finch headed.
He'll try to take it up the middle.
Martin now. And Seacard headed for that ball. Martin now. Crossing over.
Oh. Oh.
Looks like there'll be a call in the field.
This is a great breakaway by Frontier's Dylan Martin.
Looks like 2 Frontier players were offsides. Carballo now, center of the goalie box. Long pass by him, taken by Pettinato. Pettinato now, down the sideline. Zakara now, to Papasoy.
We'll try to take it up the middle. Gets past 2 Frontier defenders.
Passing over to Zakara. Zakara trying to get through Frontier's defense, having a hard time with it. Zakara up. And almost out of bounds, taken by Ruggiano. And that'll be out on Datar for Frontier.
Looks like it'll be Greenfield's ball.
Corner kick by them.
It's like
Ruggiano again. Gonna take that corner kick for them. And
up and out of bounds. Looks like over the goal.
that'll be Frontier ball. Taken by Peyton Sledesky. Pettinato now. Crossing over to Bright. Bright to Martin. Martin up to Finch. Taken by Romero. Romero now. Over, intended for Bakare. Taken by Seacard. Seacard up to Martin.
Looks like Finch tries to grab a hold of it. Passes it out to the right to Tuttle. Takes it down the right. Oh.
Stopped by
Stopped by
Carballo.
goalie. Again, another opportunity from Frontier. Greenfield's defense is really holding their own.
Pettinato now, fighting off Papasoy. Trying to keep that ball away from Frontier's goal. Bakare now, headed to Frontier's goal, and that will go very wide but stay in bounds. Almost a goal by Zakara. Out of bounds on him.
Yeah, Greenfield's offense is creating a lot more opportunities than they did the first half, so could have a really good chance of getting a goal here.
Datar now, down the sidelines to Seacard. Seacard intended for Niles, and that'll be out of bounds on Frontier. Jason Smith for Greenfield, set to take that kick in. Smith now. Nice kick by him to Bakare. Almost out of bounds. That'll be out on Frontier. On 10, Devin Niles. Bakare now for Greenfield. Taking the kick in. Seacard has it. Seacard headed for the middle. Almost with a shot on goal, and again, another
Over the
field
goal.
goal for Frontier. Not a goal.
If only those count.
I know. Got about 6 minutes left in this quarter. Carballo now. Long punt downfield. Ooh, that'll be taken by Bright. Bright back to Pettinato. Pettinato over to Sledesky and Zakara. Zakara taking it now. Headed to Frontier's goal box. Hernandez Up to C-Card. Taken by Zakara. Martin now. Headed towards the goal. Romero. Off of his shoulder. Niles. Up to...
Looks like he tried to kick it up to Finch, but it's not in the right spot.
Stopped by Greenfield's goalie. Yet again. Another long punt by him. That'll be taken by Ruggiano. Ruggiano and Bright now fighting for that.
Yeah, both teams are being a little physical, but they're both being really respectful about it, which is helpful.
Romero now for Greenfield. Looks like he's going to take that kick in. Greenfield again. They're going to try and score here. Romero. Nice shot to the middle.
Oh. Frontier's goalie. Oh. Nice save by Frontier's number 6, Brady Birch.
Yeah, we saw.
Goalie Frontier went out and kicked it out of the goal.
Nice job communicating also for Frontier's team, seeing those open spots and being able to cover them quickly. Dodie Smith now to Ruggiano. Ruggiano over to Romero. Romero.
Down the middle. Looks like it'll go in the hands of Frontier's goalie, Hernandez.
Hernandez. Long punt taken by Birch and Finch. Finch now up. Seacard's going to chase down Smith for that. It looks like Seacard will take it. He's going to cross over. Birch will take it.
Looks like he'll kick it down the middle. Saved by Greenfield's goalie, Carballo again.
Carballo with another nice long punt. Headed towards Frontier's goal. Stopped by Aiden Hernandez. He's going to pass it to Daytar.
Daytar's taking up the side. No one seems to be getting on him.
That'll be out. Looks like on Zakara. You can hear coaches yelling from the sidelines. Looks like Balk for Frontier will be in for C-Card. Daytar now. Up to Balk. Balk over to Finch. Finch now. Trying to pass it back to any of his teammates. To Duncan.
Tries to pass it to two Greenfield defenders.
Martin now, almost with a shot on goal. Taken by Ruggiano and Daytar. Ruggiano now. Heading downfield. Looks like Zakar is going to take that. Going to kick it very far into Frontier's face, and Hernandez will take that. Hernandez, solid punt. Intended for Tuttle. Lavoine will take that.
Looks like it'll be out of bounds. Frontier ball.
Petinato for Frontier going to take that kick in. We've got about 2 minutes left in this quarter. Score still 0-0.
Both teams are getting a lot of great opportunities, but your defense is really helping them out.
Substitution again for Greenfield. We see Boscolupo in for Smith. Tuttle now. Taken by Dodie Smith. Dodie Smith now. Chased down by Petinato. Looks like that'll be out of bounds.
Looks like Frontier's Avery Tuttle will take it out.
Petinato now. To Bright. Bright over intended for ball taken by Bakare.
Bright plays good defense. It forces Greenfield to pass it back. And Dylan Martin got a hold of it.
Up the middle now. Finch now headed towards the goal. Kicked out of bounds by Duncan. Looks like Balk will take that out of bounds kick. Sub in again. Dodie Smith out. Jason Smith.
Oh.
Nope. They're going to reverse that. No sub.
Oh, he's going back in. Oh,
Oh,
but they're playing.
What is happening? Looks like Frontier's trying to kick in the ball. Greenfield was trying to make substitutions.
Looks like Greenfield number 8 is limping.
That doesn't look good. Hope he's okay. Finch now. Passing it to Balk. Balk all the way over to Birch. Tuttle now. Tuttle taken by Zakara. Zakara headed down the middle. Passing it up.
Looks like Sledesky from Frontier will pass it back, but Greenfield get a hold of it again.
Ruggiano now. Up to Zakara. Zakara over to Ruggiano. Ruggiano headed for the goal.
Great
Stop.
save by Frontier's goalie Aiden Hernandez.
That was almost a goal for Greenfield. Long punt by Hernandez. Finch headed towards that ball. Almost out of bounds.
Looks like he gets it past both Greenfield defenders, but
He's going to get it back. He's going to pass over to Niles. Niles now headed for the goal. Too many Greenfield defenders, three of them. Gets knocked over by Duncan. Ruggiano now. Kick by Bright. And Bright will stop it. Ruggiano from Greenfield.
Looks like their break.
All right, the players will get a mask and water break. We're also going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Financial support for FCAT sports coverage provided by attorney Daniel F. Graves. If you need legal help, call Daniel Graves today at 773-8706. He is also Deerfield's current town moderator. Cheslick's Market. Great lunch specials, sandwiches, baked goods, and homemade meals. Right next to the Common in South Deerfield. Gilmore and Farrell Insurance, Bernardston Road, Greenfield. Your trusted choice for personal and commercial insurance. 413-773-3686. Attorney Leah M. Phillips, 22 Mohawk Trail, Greenfield. Your go-to lawyer for all your legal services. Learn more at www.lphillipslaw.com.
Welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. We are in the fourth quarter of the Frontier versus Greenfield boys varsity game. Score is still 0-0. Both teams being very aggressive. Looks like Bakari now for Greenfield. Going to take that kick in. Blanchard to Zakara. Zakara to Papasoy. Back to Zakara. Zakara crossing over. Off of Sledesky. Blanchard to Birch. Birch through the legs of Blanchard. To Smith. Zakara. Balk. Niles now. Passing it to Tuttle. Tuttle downfield. Taken by Carballo. Carballo.
Stop.
By Niles. Niles now. Headed towards the goal. Tripped up. And he does not look okay.
Oh, no.
He is rolling on the field. Looks like he got kicked pretty badly. Looks like he's limping a little bit. Both Frontier and Greenfield players making sure he's okay. Back up and moving. And it looks like he won't take a sub. Tuttle now gonna make that penalty kick. He's gonna hope for a goal here.
Pretty hard slide tackle into Frontier's player.
Tuttle now, the nice shot on goal.
Oh, nice save by
Carballo.
goalie.
Carballo now bringing that ball up. Long punt. Birch is going to take that.
Right in the middle.
Ruggiano now. Up. Intended for Bacara. Back to Ruggiano.
It'll be out of bounds. It'll be Greenfield ball. Ruggiano takes it on the side, passes it back.
To Romero. Romero now. Getting past at least 2 Frontier defenders.
Great defense by Bright from Frontier.
Papasoy now. Almost in the goalie box. Smith on the sidelines. Up to Lavoine. Lavoine in to the goalie box.
And out of bounds.
Looks like goalkeeper Aiden Hernandez will take that. He's going to give it to Sledesky. Sledesky's going to pass it. Pass it over to David Gray. Gray now to Balk. To Ruggiano for Greenfield. Ruggiano to Blanchard. Enter to Ruggiano, and that'll be out on Greenfield. And David Gray for Frontier. We'll take that. He's going to pass it to Bright. Bright now. Headed for the middle. Passes all the way up to Niles. Niles to Balk. Balk up to Finch. Finch over
Great
to Niles.
pass through. Out of bounds by Greenfield.
Niles now. Going to take that kick in for Frontier. Look like he's doing well after his side tackle. Nice kicking by him. Taken by Zakara.
Deflected by Bright from Frontier.
Niles now. Headed back towards the goal. Crossing over. Martin takes that. Almost a goal.
That was a nice strong take by Martin, but
Looks like Finch was knocked down during that play. Duncan. Papasoy now. Back to Petinato. To Sledesky. Sledesky up.
strong kick to the middle.
That'll be taken by Balk. Balk headed towards the middle, almost with a goal. Stopped by Carballo. We've got about 16 minutes left in this entire game. Score is still 0-0. Ruggiano now taking that up.
Strong kick up the middle, but
Stopped by Hernandez. Hernandez to Balk. And that'll be out of bounds. Frontier will take that. Having subs, Niles is going to step out. Valderrama, number 18 for him. Bacara is also going to step out. Looks like Dodie Smith is going to take the field for Greenfield. Dodie Smith is going to take the kick in for Greenfield. Pass to Zakara. Zakara taken by Martin. Martin all the way downfield. Finch and Romero now running after it. Romero,
it'll be out of bounds on Romero.
Valderrama for Frontier. It looks like he's going to make that corner kick. Valderrama. Stopped by Greenfield. That was a that ball went in the goal, but play had already stopped by that time. Substitution now. Bacara in for Ruggiano. Carballo now at the edge of the goalie box. Gonna take that. Carballo. Long pass downfield. Papasoy and Bright collided in midair. Greenfield will take that. They're trying to hustle. After the game, there will be a senior ceremony.
Stay tuned for that.
Romero now to Zakara. Zakara headed for the goal, stopped by Aiden Hernandez, one of our seniors for tonight. Hernandez, taken by Dodie Smith. Dodie Smith, intended for Bakara, taken by Gray. Zakara now, over to Papasoy.
Through Frontier defenders.
Papasoy, trying to turn around. Smith.
It's like Tuttle takes hold of it, is dribbling it up the right side of the field.
And Jaden Smith keeping that pressure on him. Tuttle now looks like going to take the kick in for Frontier. Got 13 minutes left. Bright now headed towards the center of the field. Crossover to Valderrama. Valderrama almost with a goal. Goes wide. Nice shot by him.
Looks like Greenfield's goalie will take the ball down to the goalie box.
Long pass by him. Taken by Bright. Tuttle now headed down the side of the field. Tuttle and Balk head towards a goal.
Oh.
Almost a goal. And that'll be kicked out of bounds by Valderrama. Substitution now for Frontier. Number 2, Hugh Hart. In for number 11, Gates Tuttle. Carballo now. Gonna make a long pass from the goal box. That'll be taken by Zakara. Zakara now up to Smith. Smith trying to get it to Papasoy. Papasoy now bringing it back. Taken by Gray. Lavoine.
Go out of bounds. It's going to be Greenfield ball still.
The sun has gone away from this game, and it has now gotten very cold, both up in the booth and for the players. Kick in by Dodie Smith for Greenfield. Not a corner kick. Nice kick by him, taken by Bright.
Bright says no.
Bright's going to take it down the sidelines. He's going to kick it to Valderrama. That'll be out of bounds on Frontier. Looks like Dodie Smith take it again. Martin's going to take that. Ooh. Martin getting double team tripped up. Bakare now to Zakara. Zakara headed down the middle. Martin takes that.
Strong defense by Martin there. He kicks it up to the right side.
Balk now going to chase down Lavoine to get that ball.
Ooh.
They're headed down the sideline. Almost out of bounds on Balk. He's going to pass it over to Martin.
Cuts to the middle.
Oh. Nice shot by Martin. Stopped by Carballo. Goalie now.
Looks like it'll go out of bounds. Looks like Frontier's David Gray will kick it back to Sledesky.
Sledesky now to Valderrama. Valderrama to Martin. Martin to Finch.
Finch gets tripped and kicked.
By Dodie Smith. This is not the first time that's happened to him during this game. Sledesky now. Gonna take that kick for Frontier. Sledesky to Martin. Finch, and that's
Finch
a goal.
with the goal.
That's a goal for Frontier. The game is now 1-0.
9 minutes and 23 seconds left in the half, and on their senior night.
Frontier must be feeling good now. Again, there's going to be a senior ceremony after the game to honor Frontier seniors, Tuttle, Hernandez, and Finch. And also to honor Boscalupo for Greenfield.
Now all Frontier has to do is play really strong defense.
To keep their lead and also play strong offense to score another goal if they would like to. Ruggiano now in the center.
If Greenfield wants to at least get one more goal, they really got to strategize and figure out how they can do it in 9 minutes.
Boscalupo now tripped up by Dwight. Right, Balk now to Romero. Romero back to Zakara. Zakara and Martin. Martin being pushed by Zakara.
Looks like it'll be Frontier ball.
Yep. Valderrama to Finch. Finch avoids a slide tackle.
Great pass up to Martin, who's wide open, but
There's a whistle
before the play.
on the field. Looks like he was offsides on Frontier. Looks like Lavoine for Greenfield. Gonna take that.
Looks like there's flurries of snow coming down now.
Perfect April weather. Carvalho now for Greenfield. Looking for an open Greenfield player. Gonna go to the edge, the key. Frontier now also looking to make some subs. Storm, Daytar, Tuttle, and Niles are waiting. Long pass by Carballo. Taken by Gray. Ruggiano now.
Well,
Out of
looks like
bounds
it'll
on Greenfield.
trip out of bounds. Looks like it'll.
See our subs now. Looks like Sledesky, Valderrama, Gray, and Patinato.
Daytar will take it out for Frontier. Kick it to Bright.
Right up the middle. Romero will take that. Stop by C-Card. Romero again to Zakara for Greenfield. Hart. Lavoine with a long pass.
Looks like Bright will take a hold of that.
Papasoy to Zakara. Zakara to Ruggiano. Ruggiano back to Papasoy. Ruggiano chased down by Bright. Bright kick up the sidelines taken by Lavoine. Lavoine. Birch kicks it way downfield. Being chased down by Greenfield's Duncan.
Finch right behind them.
Boscalupo taken by
Get out of bounds by Greenfield. Looks like it'll be Frontier ball. With 6 minutes left to play.
Niles to Finch. Finch almost tripping up. Finch head towards the goal.
Oh,
Almost a
great
goal.
save. That was close.
Looks like that'll go out of bounds. C-Card will take it. Both teams hustling with only a few minutes left on the clock. Niles now getting tripped up. Out of bounds on Romero. C-Card again, taking that kick. He's going to pass to Daytar. Daytar crossing over. Stopped by Carballo. Came out of the box.
Great save by Greenfield goalie.
Ball now to Daytar. Daytar up to Niles. To C-Card. C-Card into the key. Taken by Carballo, the goalie. Ruggiano for Greenfield taking that. Down the sideline, taken by Daytar. And there was a whistle.
Looks like it'll be Frontier ball.
Sledesky taking that. Sledesky and Romero. Romero's going to take it to Carballo. Carballo intended for Zakara, taken by Bright.
Kicks it to the right.
That'll be taken by Hugh Hart. Hart now heading down the sidelines. Bright in the middle of De Boscolupo. And Romero running that down and knocks over Tuttle. No whistle there. Papasoy head for Datar. Datar takes it up to Niles. Niles stopped by Boscolupo. Tripped a little bit. Datar and Bakare. Bakare now.
Sodeski's coming in to help. A double team on.
Bakare. Datar getting it out from Bakare.
Oh, questionable.
Niles now up. That'll go to Finch. Finch being guarded by Duncan. Finch over to Birch. Birch now over to Hart. Hart to Tuttle. Tuttle and Romero. That'll be out of bounds. Looks like that's going to be a corner kick for Frontiers Tuttle. About 3.5 minutes left.
Yeah, Frontier's doing a great job keeping out on their offensive side of the field.
Play has started, even though substitutions were trying to be made. Looks like 8 for Greenfield, Dodie Smith, and 12 Balk are being subbed in. Balk will take Hart's place. Dodie Smith will take Boscolupo's place.
It's about 3 minutes left.
Senior Avery Tuttle taking that corner kick. Kicks it to Lavoine. Lavoine down the sidelines. Taken by Ruggiano. Ruggiano now. Passing it to Papasoy, but Datar looks like he'll let it go out of bounds for a Frontier kick in. Datar now to Bright. Bright over to Seacard. Taken by Zakara. Birch to Niles. Niles headed downfield. Niles gonna try and pass up to Finch. Finch now.
Finch has 2 defenders on him now. 3.
Romero now taking that ball away from Finch. Romero with a nice kick down the sidelines, taken by Datar.
Great defense by Datar, but it's kicked up by Ruggiero.
Slodeski taking it down the sideline. He's going to kick it up. Tuttle now. Going to try and take that. Going to cross over to the middle.
Oh,
Romero's going to stop that. Finch. And Birch. Birch now being tripped up by Dodie Smith. Dodie Smith to Seacard. And that'll be out of bounds on Frontier.
well, less than 2 minutes left.
Score is 1-0 Frontier. We're going to see if they can keep this up. Only got a little bit left. Datar and Seacard colliding with each other.
It's going to go out of bounds.
Greenfield.
Greenfield ball.
They're
Coach
trying.
Tell them to rush it up the field.
They're trying. Seacard and Romero now. Romero headed down the field, down the sidelines. He's got Birch and Seacard on him.
Looks like it'll stay Greenfield ball. Romero will take it on the side.
Romero with a nice kick in to the goalie box.
Good save by Frontier goalie Aiden Hernandez.
Hernandez looks like long punt almost to center field. Tuttle's going to take that, and Dodie Smith are going to wrestle for that ball.
Looks like that is game.
Frontier 1-0 on their senior night. Stick around for the senior ceremony in just a few minutes. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Maddie Leone, joined again by Amelia Sobieski. Thank you for attending the last boys soccer game of the 2020-2021 Fall 2 season. We'd like to take this opportunity to recognize 3 outstanding seniors who are finishing their career as Red Hawk soccer players. Tanner Finch. Tanner is a 3-year varsity player and a captain for this season. Tanner has been playing soccer since he was 6 years old. His most memorable moment was scoring a goal last year at Chicopee High on the way to a 2-1 win for the Red Hawks. During Tanner's career at Frontier, he has played in 32 varsity games, scored 6 goals, and recorded 4 assists for a total of 10 career points. After graduation, Tanner plans on attending Springfield Technical Community College and major in physical therapy. His parting words to the underclassmen are, "Don't be afraid to make mistakes. If you lose the ball, don't get mad, just work your butt off to get it back." Aiden Hernandez is our next senior. This is Aiden's first year on the varsity team and has been serving as the team's starting goalkeeper. Aiden has been playing soccer for as long as he can remember, but this is the first season where he has shifted to playing in the goal. Aiden has played in and started in net for 6 of the 7 games this season, recording 20 saves and 4 shutout wins. On the field, Aiden has scored his first varsity goal against Athol this week and recorded an assist earlier in the season against Pioneer. Aiden's most memorable moment is in tryouts when he was an underclassman. His post-graduation plans are still undecided at this time. His parting words for the underclassmen are, "Give it your all and make a run for states." Our last senior is Gates Tuttle. Gates is a 2-year varsity player, but was also called up during his sophomore year to be part of the team's Western Mass runner-up run in 2018. Gates has been playing soccer since he was 5 years old. His most memorable moment playing soccer was defeating Pope Francis in the Western Mass Tournament quarterfinals in 2018. During Gates' career at Frontier, he has played in 23 games, scored 2 goals, and recorded 6 assists for a total of 8 career points. After graduation, he plans to attend Western New England University and major in criminal justice. He is planning to try to walk on for their soccer program as well. His parting words would be, "It was an honor to be a part of this program for as long as I was, and if there's any advice I would like to give, it's to be appreciative every single moment you get to step onto the pitch because, man, time does fly." The boys soccer program would like to thank these senior players for all their hard work and commitment to their program at the time at Frontier. We wish you all the best of luck as you move on to new opportunities and challenges. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in to FCAT Television. I'm Maddie Leone again from the Frontier Boys Varsity game, just closing out the senior ceremony. Thank you so much for watching.